Welcome to the video. Just a quick bit of context of the video. I've got no hate towards Cookie Man Phil. No hate at all. This video is purely a race day analysis of Norton Summer. I personally don't believe that Phil did this on bread and water. Now, my issue is with Phil is I've got no problems with people taking drugs, all right? If you want to go take drugs and ride fast up climbs for your sponsors or run fast marathons or whatever, go for it. No issues with that. My issue is when you have a clean tattoo and you're making a career of pointing out other people who have got busted for doping. But when someone on your team gets caught for doping, Tom Danielson, you're like, oh, no, like, you know. So my issue is Phil's double standards. That's the issue here. And again, it's just, you know, I'm happy that Phil's out there promoting cycling. Fantastic. My issue is with the hypocrisy that he has. And I just want to do a final video to wrap it up. And my intention for this is just to educate people out there, just to become more critical thinkers. Right? Just because someone's like got a charity donated for kids, whatever, that Phil actually makes money from as well. Every time you donate, Phil gets a little cut from that. Nothing's free. There's no free meals when it comes to Phil. Like, there's always a bit of money coming back, which is fine, but be transparent about that. All right. So, and if you really care about child starvation, you should be promoting vegan lifestyle. Yeah, Google up world starvation vegan diet. All right. If everyone went vegan, we could feed the planet 10 times over. Easily, like that. No worries. Most of the grain's getting grown for livestock. Anyway, that's the reality. So if you're furious about child starvation, go vegan. All right. So we're going to get into the data on this climb. I'm going to show you some of the race analysis of the day, of the Strava, the power data. And the power doesn't lie. Greg LeMond said, to heck with blood tests. You can pass a blood test. You can't pass a power test. Watts per kilo don't lie. Greg LeMond, direct quote. And I agree. These watts are too good to be true. And when it's too good to be true, it always is. Okay? Valverde couldn't do these watts. Froome couldn't do these watts. Lance Armstrong in his heyday couldn't do these watts. Or maybe very, very close to that. All right? All the top hitters couldn't do these watts. Contador, the big names of the big names, Cadell Evans, etc., couldn't do these watts in training. And this was just a training day for Phil. You know, this wasn't even a race. This was just like a YouTube video. Imagine if there was big money on the line. Imagine how fast he could go then. Jonathan Vaughters, people say, oh, but Phil was a pro rider. Phil was a pro rider because he got a contract from Tom Danielson, who was a famous doper, and I got no issues with Tommy D. But Phil got the contract because Tom D said, hey, JV, Jonathan Vaughters, can we get my mate Phil G a contract? So Phil G got the contract from Tommy D hitting up JV. Welcome to the USA. But Phil's performances are so poor, he was shown the door. Okay? And this is from the clean of the clean team. This is from some Euro team who's like, you know, systemic, you know, full natty brass style. This was Gaimon, Slipstream, to be known as the clean of clean dream teams of the USA. USA, we don't dope. We just cope. You know, and this is Phil couldn't even get another contract on that team. He was shown the door at an early age. All right, he knows how to ride in the bunch. He knows how to carry a water bottle, but he wasn't good enough for the Pro Tour ranks to stay in. He got a foot in because of his contacts, but couldn't stay in. And that's not me like ragging on Phil. All right, that's me just saying that he was a pro rider, but all of a sudden when he retired, his performances are beyond. If you go to the watts per kilo chart, Phil's like top of the list. Better than Valverde, better than Lance, or as good as these guys who are famous for various reasons. Now let's get into the footage and show you just how crazy fast his time is. Not many people can appreciate how fast his time was at Norton Summit. I can appreciate it because I've raced for 22 years. I've done Norton Summit maybe 1,000 times or whatever. And I've done so many races up Norton Summit. And I've never, ever seen anything like this. And the guy who got dropped just after me, that's Guy Kamler. We'll show you who he is. He is a gun rider, way better than me. And he got dropped shortly after I did. And we got to the top of the hill, and Guy's like, what the F was that? What? The guy was just like, what was that? And Guy's one of the best riders in Australia. All right, so there you go. Just going to show you some context there. Let's get into the video. Okay, so we type in Phil Gaimon, Norton Summit. We see my old video 45k, Phil's video 46k. All right, let's give it another view. Okay, so we've got the video here. Let's go to the very start. All right, so this is, let's mute it. And so this is Phil's intro. So again, this is for sponsors. He's got to do a good time. He's got to, he's got these sponsors who want to see. Most of these sponsors have dropped him for various reasons. I won't get into that, but we will show you. All right, let's get to the start. So here we go. This is Thomas de Gent has the KOM who did it in a big bunch, and they ripped up Norton Summit. They ripped up Norton Summit that day because Thomas wanted to get the Strava KOM. So this is me in the yellow here. This is how long I lasted. I was meant to pace for the first bit, and I was just like, this is too fast. So I got on the back here, and that's Phil, second wheel. I'm already at the saddle sprinting. And then on the front here in the black is Guy Kamler. Right, so look how fast we're going past riders. I'm just thinking this is insane. I'm looking down at my watts. My legs were pretty cooked, but I was feeling it. But I'm in good form at this time. I did a running race just a few days ago for 5K. Did 16:53, I think. So I've got sub 17 5K fitness here. I would estimate Phil is probably on sub 13:10 5K fitness. So if you're a runner, you can appreciate that. So that's me. I pulled my phone out to pretend to make a phone call. That's my excuse to I was getting dropped. But the reason I got dropped, it was just so hot. So the watts here is full on. So we're taking the race line. The guys are taking the race line. And I'm just like, I couldn't believe it. Because Phil was still talking. Like just talking about we're doing 100 watts. Phil wasn't even breathing when I got dropped. I'm like having an asthma attack. And Guy also is having an asthma attack. He lasted longer than me. He's about to get dropped. You can see the power. Look at this power. This is the dead giveaway here. And so the power's starting to drop off a bit on and off. The spikes, Guy's starting to really hurt. And so you can see the watts dropping off, and then it goes back on. And the cadence is good. This is super fast. This is Guy going full gas. And Guy at the moment in this video is one of the best riders in Australia. He beat the Australian champion after this ride. So Guy's in good form. He's been racing. He's got a summer season of racing in him, and he's going well. Phil's just come out of winter in Los Angeles. All right, so here we go. Power's dropping right off in the 300s. So this guy's on his last legs. He's really, really struggling to hold it on. And watch this. Watch his power. The guy's saying, I'll go for it. I'm done. Look at this surge. Look at that. Look at that surge. You know what I mean? Look at this. So he's dropping. Look at this. Look at the power goes up. That's, if you're a cyclist, a really fit cyclist, you can appreciate what a mutant effort that is. Even now, a year later, I'm just like laughing at how incredible this ride is. And that's Guy Kamler. One of the best riders in Australia at that time of year. All right. One of the best riders, and Phil dropped him like I dropped Fat Barris's up Norton Summit. You know what I mean? That's insane. So he's dropped me like a hot potato at the start. About 40 seconds or so later, he's dropped Guy Kamler. All right, not just dropped him, attacked him. He's attacked him because Guy couldn't hold the watts. And Guy, like I say, I'll repeat myself just so people get it. Guy is one of the best riders in Australia, and I'll show you more of that later. He beat Cam Meyer. Cam Meyer's a World Tour rider. About 2 or 3 weeks later, he beat Cam in a race, and he beat Michael Freeberg in a race. And Phil just dropped him like he had 2 flat tires. All right, so look at the watts. Just mutant. It's like we held Phil up. Phil could have gone faster if we weren't there. We were holding him up. All right, that's insane. That's insane. 500 watts. And if you see Phil in real life, he's like super skinny, man. He's super skinny. He's got legs about the size of Natasha, and she's a ballerina. You can't really appreciate it unless you're a cyclist. And he takes the steep line as well. Didn't even take the easy line, took the steep line. Look at the watts, back up to 600. This is not normal riding. Let's go to almost the end. Let's have a look at the watts. So, these watts ain't normal. Look at that. He's doing almost 700 watts. That ain't normal. That ain't normal, man. No pro's doing that. You've seen Richie Port go up Norton Summit with the GoPro on. He ain't even doing these watts. Like this is mutant watts. So attacking at 600 watts, 700 watts, and then holding it, bring it down to 420. You know what I mean? So that, my friends, is why I don't believe this time was natural. The watts are just too mutant. And so there you go. And look at that. Not even really fatigued. Just head down a little bit, still rolling around. Unzip the jersey. Just cruising. I've seen my friend Russell Van Hout do a slower time up that. My friend Russell Van Hout rode the Giro, and he had this. He needed help to get off his bike to get off there. So that is just a freak, freak. There's been many local races up Norton Summit from legit riders, and my cycling friend Russell Van Hout. I'll say again, he was Australian road champion in 2006 and the overall champion in 2002, and he can't even go there fast, and he was also a time trial specialist and a lean guy. So this is just freak. I've never seen nothing like it. You won't ever see anything like that. That is probably the greatest wattages you'll ever see on YouTube ever. This is insane. So this is the guy that Phil dropped just after me. This is Guy. I said Camel. His name's Kalma. So this guy's a gun rider. All right, he's lean, he's young, and he's like 23 or 24 or something like that. And he's a very, very good rider. Probably one of the best riders in Australia. He's an ex-athletics runner, apparently cross country. And this was February 26th. So this is a few weeks after Phil dropped him like a stone. And here he is. That's Cameron Meyer, who is the Australian champion this year. And behind him is Michael Freeberg, who at the time was the Australian champion. And Guy's on a heavy disc brake Chinese bike. And, So this is Cam Meyer. He's beaten Cam Meyer. This is a 3-man breakaway. And Cam's on a lighter bike. And Guy's got so much power, his front wheel is lifting. This is insane. And you just saw what happened then. Phil dropped him like a stone. All right, so this guy's a seasoned rider. People say, "Who's that guy in the black jersey?" That's Guy Kalma. I'm not saying that right. This guy's cross country. He's mountain bike. He's runner. He's a long time cycling nut. He's got mad skills. He's doing a big jump there. He's lean, and let's have a look at. He's done a national series. He knows how to make himself suffer. That suffer face. So that was, it's an example there of the class of rider. That he's even got a bicycle tattoo on his ribs. That's dedicated. So this guy's a diehard cyclist as well, as I am, as Phil is as well. But he got dropped like a hot potato, And he's training with the Air Hub, like a lot of people do in Western Australia, the Michael Freeberg Hub, and so there you go. That's hopefully a bit more context. All right. So read some of the comments on Phil's video, like, they dropped Harley. Harley's not even that fit. I'm fit, man. I'm fit. I am experienced. And the guy who got dropped second is Guy Kamala, who's also fit and also very experienced, all right, and young. All right, this isn't an age thing. This is more like a EPO thing, in my opinion.